Hello, and welcome to our podcast Tea Tolkien Thursdays, where we will discuss the women of the Lord of the Rings. I'm Susie Speckles, and joining me today are Tiara Maguire, Kerry Chang, and Humphrey Goldstein. Are you guys ready?
Yes. I'm excited to dive into this topic.
Definitely. Lord of the Rings is a classic, and it's about time we give the women of Middle-earth some recognition.
Agreed. While the story is centered around the male characters, the women of Lord of the Rings also play some important roles in shaping the narrative.
Absolutely. Let's start with the most prominent female character, Arwen. What do you all think of her role in the story?
I think Arwen's role is really interesting because she's not in the book as much as she is in the movies. In the books, she's more of a distant figure, but in the movies, she's given a larger role as a love interest for Aragorn.
Yes, I agree. I think it's important to note that Arwen is more than just a love interest, though. She's also a powerful elf who helps Frodo and the other characters throughout their journey.
And she makes the ultimate sacrifice in choosing to give up her immortality for Aragorn. That's a powerful statement about love and sacrifice.
Definitely. Moving on to another important female character, what do you all think of Éowyn?
Éowyn is one of my favorite characters in the series. She's strong, brave, and willing to fight for what she believes in. Her battle with the Witch King is one of the most iconic moments in the story.
I agree. Éowyn represents a powerful message about gender roles and expectations. She defies the societal norms of her time and becomes a warrior, proving that women can be just as capable as men.
And her relationship with Faramir is another powerful message about love and healing. They both have experienced trauma, but they find solace and healing in each other.
Tiara, are you sure about that?
What's your issue, Humphrey?
I completely understand why Tolkien wrote the part about Éowyn and Faramir together in The Return of the King, but did Éowyn really need to give up being a warrior woman to be the wife of a steward? What kind of message like that is being sent to girls?
I think the message that Tolkien was trying to convey is that just because Éowyn is a woman warrior doesn't mean that she's incapable of finding true love. Plus, she realizes that she has someone to love and decides to choose life, which is what the message truly is.
Well, when you say it like that, I see what you girls mean.
Moving on to another character, what do you all think of Galadriel?
Galadriel is such an interesting character because she's so mysterious and powerful. She's one of the oldest and most powerful elves in Tolkien lore, and her contribution to the story is very significant. Her gift of the phial to Frodo is what ultimately saves him from Shelob's attack.
And her temptation of the One Ring is another powerful moment in the story. It shows that even the most powerful beings can be tempted by the ring's power.
Yes, and her decision to reject the ring shows her strength and wisdom. She understands the danger it poses and chooses to do what's right, even if it means giving up more power.
Plus, we've already seen what happens to Galadriel if she had gotten her hands on the One Ring.
She becomes Hela in Thor, Ragnarok.
And we don't talk about that at all.
Another important female character is Rosie Cotton, who is Sam's love interest. What do you all think of her role in the story?
I think Rosie represents the hope and normalcy that many of the characters are fighting for. She's a symbol of the simple life that they're trying to protect and preserve.
Agreed. And her relationship with Sam is a beautiful example of love and loyalty. Sam is willing to do anything for her, and she supports him in his journey.
And it's important to note that Rosie and the other women of the Shire play a crucial role in the story's resolution. They rebuild and restore the Shire after it's been destroyed by Saruman, showing that it's not just the male characters who are capable of heroism.
I also meant to say that there's nothing wrong with a woman choosing to live a simple life, which includes getting married and raising a family. The women who do that are the silent heroes, as they choose simplicity over complication. And if you want to hear my opinion, people need to stop making complicated female characters for the sake of creating strong female characters.
I agree with you, Tiara. It's pathetically wrong, it's not cool, and it's for sure not what people should be doing. A woman should live her life, and let history be the judge of what kind of woman she truly is.
Absolutely. Before we wrap up this podcast, Are there any other female characters you all want to mention?
I think we should mention Celebrian, who is Arwen's mother and Galadriel's daughter. She's not in the story, but her backstory is tragic, and she represents the danger and sacrifice that comes with being connected to powerful beings, such as being Elrond's wife.
I also want to mention Ioreth, the healer in Minas Tirith. She's a minor character, but her knowledge and wisdom play an important role in saving Faramir's life.
And let's not forget about the women of the Rohirrim, who fight alongside their men in the Battle of the Pelennor Fields. They show that courage and strength are not limited by gender.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. We hope you enjoyed our discussion about the women in Lord of the Rings, and we encourage you to continue exploring and celebrating the diversity of characters in all forms of media. Thanks for listening.
Meow.